The Houston Texans need Dameon Pierce, but not last year's version of Dameon Pierce. No, 2023's version of Dameon Pierce would be damn near useless to the Texans. Watching the Texans in training camp without Joe Mixon, it made me realize that 2022's Dameon Pierce has to show up. You remember 2022's Dameon Pierce, one of the best parts of a horrible season of Texans football, an electric fourth-round rookie running back who ran over seemingly everybody that he went up against. There was a lot of expectation for Dameon Pierce in 2023, and frankly, he failed on most of those expectations. But the 2022 versions got to be there for the Houston Texans for a variety of reasons. One, Joe Mixon is really good. Joe Mixon is a workhorse running back, but he can't do it all by himself. He's going to need somebody to be a change of pace running back for this Texans team, and maybe Dameon Pierce can be that guy, a guy that has the ability to run over some people. He didn't showcase it much in 2023, but 2022, he was the angry runs king from NFL Network. So Dameon Pierce showing up in 2022's version could be huge for the Houston Texans and is a necessity at this point. Look, I like Jawar Jordan, the rookie running back that the Texans drafted out of Louisville, and there's some potential there, and he's had a nice moment or two in training camp. He's got experience with his own scheme. He's showcased some pretty good vision in college and so far in training camp, but I don't want that backup running back spot to be handed over to a rookie like Jawar Jordan or an undrafted free agent rookie like British Brooks or a kind of specialized running back like that of Dare Agumbawale. Cam Akers doesn't have a lot in the tank and hasn't showcased much yet, and J.J. Taylor is probably just a practice squad player. So 2022 Dameon Pierce has got to come to the rescue of the depth chart at the running back spot. Now, the scary part is 2022 Dameon Pierce may be gone. Poof, gone forever. But if he's not, and it's still in there, and a successful player that was one of the best parts of the 2022 season is still there for Dameon Pierce, then it's going to go a long way for the Houston Texans in 2024. So, Dameon Pierce, you had a rough year last year. How was the offseason for you?
The offseason, it was a very intense one for me. Just was very deliberate about my body, my mind, just making sure I could come back to Houston, ready to go mentally, also physically, and keep up with the demands that Slow and Coach Barrett, expect of me and exceed that to, my utmost potential.
Dameon Pierce said in the middle of 2023 that he knew it was going to be an important offseason. He knew he had to get things together ahead of the 2024 season. So he goes out there, has a really tough offseason, I'm sure, on him, both physically and mentally getting ready for this year. And it's paid off to an extent because already in training camp, Pierce knows things have slowed down.
Everything's slower, and it just allowed me to play faster. Because, the less I think, the better I am. Because I'm like a player who don't like to think alike. I like to get my assignment, go off of that, and, whatever the read shows, I can just play fast off of that. Like, I don't want to be – like last year was a lot of, what was this on that play? Like, is this outside zone read? Is a mid zone read? Like, all the cobwebs are gone from that.
What Pierce talked about there is perhaps the biggest element of him having some success on the field for the Texans is not overthinking, not thinking too much about what he needs to be doing, but just reacting. You hear this time and time again from NFL coaches. They do not want their guys out there thinking more than just a split second, then they just let their muscle memory take over from the success that they've had in practice or previous games. Pierce couldn't do that last year. He didn't have the muscle memory of success in that system. He never grasped it. And now if he's saying, and we believe him, that things are speeding up for him, things are moving a lot quicker for him, and he doesn't have to think as much. He can just go and do with the ball in his hands. That goes a long way into recapturing some of 2022's Dameon Pierce and putting 2023 in the rearview mirror for all of us. A quick minute here for my friends at Urban Furniture. If 2022 was a bad furniture buying year for you, bounce back in 2024 like Dameon Pierce with this gorgeous, beautiful selection of furniture at Urban Furniture. Urban Furniture and Decor, luxury meets affordability. It's not just a slogan, they mean it. You're going to get this beautiful, well-built, high-quality furniture at the best prices in town. Nobody can beat them. They are the best when it comes to bringing in gorgeous Turkish furniture, Italian furniture, traditional American, and the best of modern styles. They could outfit your whole home and you wouldn't be shelling out anywhere close to what you'd shell out at the big box store or all these other places. Urban Furniture wants to take care of you. Go see the gorgeous showroom at 7909 Hillcroft. Visit the website and see those great prices, urbanfurnituredecor.com. And when you go and visit with them, when you buy the furniture, tell them Cody Stoots sent you. They want to showcase that gorgeous furniture. Go hang out in the showroom, take a little nap on the beds, on the couch. You'll be outfitted for excellence when you visit my friends at Urban Furniture, urbanfurnituredecor.com. Now, you can only figure out what went wrong in 2023 if you're really honest with yourself. That's basically what Dameon Pierce explained, and he could kind of figure out in the middle of 2023 what maybe was going wrong. Have you ever been in a similar situation? I know I have. You're in the middle of a problem. You know that you can't fix it in that moment, but you just have to keep going along. That's what Dameon Pierce's 2023 season was like. He knew there was a problem. He couldn't fix it in the season, but listening to Pierce, he knew how to fix it heading into this season.
5 years from now, bro, I'm going to be able to say that year 2 was my best year. Probably not on paper, but the process and the growth that I had mentally is going to be something that's carry over to every year that I play in this league. Just being able to deal with the lows, being able to battle through injuries, being able to bounce back, being able to just sit back and see that, it's necessarily not a bad thing. It's unfortunate, right? Nobody wants to be on the sideline. Nobody wants to be hurt. Of course, I want to be, I want to be Peas. I want to be DP. I want to be out there making plays. I want to be out there with my guys. I want to be out with my brothers. But ultimately, the first step in solving a problem is honesty. And if we're being honest, I didn't invest enough time into myself. I didn't invest enough time into my body. I didn't invest enough time in making sure I was, clear on the playbook and sound in my fundamentals. So at the end of the day, the only person I can point the finger at is me.
One of the best people to critique your work is always going to be yourself if you're honest, like Dameon Pierce talked about, and he had to be very honest with himself after a 2023 season where he just wasn't successful and was unplayable towards the back end of the year. So I feel, based on his comments and some of the things that we've seen out there at training camp, that there's a chance that 2022 Dameon Pierce is there. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same because the scheme was different and it was a little bit easier to operate from a running back standpoint than what the Texans are asking from him in 2024. And he doesn't have to be the workhorse workload guy. So the 9-10 carries maybe he gets per game, it can be maximum effort in those 9 or 10 carries as a running back because he's not going to be the only guy carrying the football. In fact, he's not going to be carrying the majority of the carries for this team. It's going to be Joe Mixon's team when it comes to the lead rushing spot. And then Pierce just has to get in where he fits in, and hopefully he can fit into this offense and fit into exactly what the Texans need out of him behind Joe Mixon. Look, DeMeco Ryans mentioned in the spring that Dameon Pierce had done everything he needed to do to get ready for this season, and they want him to be the two of the 1-2 punch that is Joe Mixon and Dameon Pierce. So he's got this opportunity. The Texans didn't go out there and drastically improve the running back room to change things around Dameon Pierce. He has the chance. There's a path to victory. I believe his words on how he has improved. I've seen some of the success at training camp. The Texans need 2022 Dameon Pierce. They may get a better version than what was on the field last year. It may not exactly be 2022, but he's got to be much better than last season. And lastly, from Dameon Pierce, hey, this is the 2024 season. This is your third year with the Houston Texans. DP, what do you expect out of this season?
Being number 31. Being Dameon Pierce. And to me personally, that is playing fast. That's being explosive. That's being a playmaker. That's being a high caliber running back in this league, like I have shown flashes of. But now the challenge is being consistent in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? How can I stack days? How can I stack games? How can I stack weeks? How can I attack recovery? How can I attack the playbook? How can I attack being a better teammate? A lot of those things go into being a better running back and being a better back for this team.
hey, if 31 gets to be 31 and is the Dameon Pierce that he wants to be, the Texans are going to be in a really good spot when it comes to the running back depth chart. If Dameon Pierce can't get it going, can't figure it out, if 2022 Dameon Pierce is only a fleeting thing here for the Texans and there's more of 2023 Dameon Pierce, the running back room could be in a little bit of trouble without some drastic improvements and a big step up from some of the other running backs in the running back room. Me, I say they need Dameon Pierce. What say you? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Dameon Pierce and his potential for the 2024 football season. On your way down there, give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And check out the description of this video where you find out more about my friends at Urban Furniture. UrbanFurnitureDecor.com is the website. Go log on. Look at all the beautiful furniture that they have at Urban Furniture. Urban Furniture and Decor's slogan is where luxury meets affordability. They have the best prices in town on gorgeous, beautiful furniture, something for everybody, specializing in Turkish furniture, but they've got Italian furniture, traditional American furniture, and the best of modern styles. From the bedroom to the breakfast room, Urban Furniture will take care of you. Visit them at the beautiful showroom, 7909 Hillcroft, or visit their website, urbanfurnituredecor.com, urbanfurnituredecor.com. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait until we talk Texans again soon.